Girl, pick up the phone. I got something to tell you. Welcome to my channel. My name is Tasha if you are new here. So we're going to do a little story time today. We're going to make it a little bit more fun, not so serious. Although I feel like everything that I've been through is literally a life lesson, okay? It's a lesson behind this story, okay? So I'm not just yapping and running my mouth because I want to talk bad about my ex-husband. That's definitely not the case. But I do want to, you know, talk about things in hopes to help somebody out there that's possibly going through the same thing. So, where do we start? If you have not watched my divorce story, you definitely want to check out that video so you can get a little bit of background, a little bit of history, so you can kind of understand how we got to this point or this story. And also, like I said, for those of y'all who are new, I am divorced. I am rebuilding my life. I'm trying to get myself together. And yeah, in the midst of all of that, I'm just sharing my story, girl. So come on in here, pick up the phone, let's talk about it. If you watch my divorce story, you will know that on March 1st, I caught my husband in an act. And yes, I'm going to refer to him as my husband in this video because at the time he was my husband, okay? So I had caught my husband in the act, and then, you know, we decided to go to therapy, and I caught him in the act again. I would say the second time that the situation happened, go watch the video if you want to know what happened. But the second time the situation happened, I want to say it was like April 2023. And, you know, at this time, you know, he's now asking me, how do I feel about him going to Essence Festival? So he wanted to go to New Orleans for Essence Festival. And I told him, I said, I really don't think that it's a good idea. You know, we got situation 1, we got situation 2, and I just think our marriage is really rocky right now. I don't think it's a good idea for you to take this trip. You know, time goes on. Keep in mind, Essence Festival usually happens when, like, end of June, early July. So, you know, word got back to me that although him and I discussed that he would not be going on this trip, that he was planning the whole trip behind my back. Okay, he's the one that's the ringleader and that's getting all his homeboys together to try to go on this trip. So anyway, y'all, to make the long story short, I just let it go. I let him do what he want to do because I think at this time I'm starting to wrap up in my mind that, yeah, this marriage ain't gonna work. Like, just take it for what it is because he's not trying. You know, what man goes on a damn boys trip knowing, you know what, let's not even get into all of that. Okay, moving on along. So he goes on his trip and I decided to have a girls' night that weekend to kind of like take my mind off of things. You know, I didn't want to be sitting at home alone and in a whole little powwow. So when my husband gets to New Orleans, he does check in. He calls me. You know how they do. They want to let you know they made it safely. So he does all his check-ins. And y'all, that night, as I am scrolling TikTok, I didn't even scroll. What I did was I typed in the search bar Essence Festival 2023. And I did not even have in my mind that I was going to catch him. I just really thought, like, I just wanted to know what was going on in the city, honestly. I just wanted to see what was going on. But y'all, I kid you not. Not the 100th video I came across, not the, I'll just say 50th video I come across. The second video I click on, how about my husband is like whispering in a woman's ear and she like this. She's shaking her head no to something, patting on her head. So whatever it is, it appears like he's irritating her anyway to begin with. I'm tripping because, like, what are the odds that you would catch that? And to somebody else, you may say, well, what makes you think because he's talking to somebody that he's cheating? Because there was already one incident. There was already two incidents. Okay, there was the first one, the second one. And let me tell y'all this. I didn't waste no time, okay? You know how, like, some women can keep stuff in their back pocket and you just hold on to it. I didn't do that. Let me know down in the comments when you find evidence or proof that your significant other is doing something. Do you tell them right away or do you hold on to it? Because I text him right away and show him the video. And do y'all think he checked in with me anymore while he was on that trip? Do you think he said, good morning, babe? Do you think I got anything? Absolutely not. And all of that just showed me that he was guilty. Okay? If you stop checking in, if you don't even respond to what I just sent you, you're guilty. You're guilty. And then on top of that, like, you went to a whole nother city. You're 6 hours away. You don't know nobody. So why are you in her ear? Irritating her at that. Okay? Why? So yeah, that's the story. And I just, this is just a little quick story because like I told y'all, so much happened. I don't have enough time in the day to tell you every little thing that had happened to me. A lot happened to me. And I feel like at this point, I know, like I said, he got a story, I got a story, and there's the truth, and my story aligns with the truth. Every single thing that was coming to my eyes is almost like God is like, here you go, daughter. This whole situation was the definition of you need to leave. Because, like, what are the odds that you would literally catch your husband cheating on TikTok from you doing a search and the second video you click on? I'm sorry, but I think that was the Lord telling me to run for the hills, get out of there. It's just not gonna work. But did I listen? Did I take heed to what God was trying to show me? No, I did not. I was still sitting there for some reason thinking that the man was gonna choose me. So here's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. With this story, and what's the lesson behind it is, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Don't allow there to be a second chance, a third chance, a fourth time. You know, just that first time is your answer. And like I said in my story time, when I caught him the first time, he laughed. There was no remorse, never been a remorse. So I just went through the whole situation. I went through years of being hurt because I allowed it. I have to blame myself for that. So yeah, that is the story about how I caught my husband cheating on me on TikTok. Yeah, so just a quick little 2.5. So anyway, that's it, girl. That's all I wanted to tell you. And you know, call me back next week. Call me back next week and I might just have another story time for you. So go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and subscribe, and I'll continue sharing whatever's on my heart. Bye, girl.